We've been focusing about, the weak monsoon forecast, what impact this will have on growth. So let's find out from a consumer, from India Inc., from the consumer side. Govind Shrikhande, the MD of Shopper Stop, now joins in. Good afternoon and thanks for joining in. Let me first start with the macro question of consumer demand. Given the gloomy monsoon forecast, do you expect sales markdowns or discounts on products to be as aggressive as they used to be?
I think there has been a clear understanding by the industry that unnecessarily stretching the sale period does not help. Unnecessarily marking down too much also does not help. So if you look at this year's sale period in the Q4, almost everybody shrunk the sale period by almost 1 week to 2 weeks. We were down by almost 10 days during the sale period. We cut it down by 10 days. Number two, going ahead for the summer sale season, again everybody has come back and said, okay, we'll not stretch it beyond 30 days. And I think that's a great industry initiative. And you'll also realize that the biggest challenge that has come on discounting has come because online players have been discounting heavily. And they also seem to be realizing today that you can't keep on discounting so much because at the end of the day, businesses have to be profitable. So I think overall, as an industry, we are getting more mature. We are cutting down on overall discount period and also cutting down on the overall discounting. So my belief is in the long term, customers will be invited to shop more and more for the fresh merchandise and discounting will get reduced overall, which will also mean that you can get better margins and better throughput.
Good afternoon, Mr. Shrikhande. You've seen an improvement both on a Y-on-Y basis as well as sequential basis in terms of your margins. So, now your gross margins have been consistently trending higher for almost all quarters or FY15. So, the one question that everyone wants to know is how you're being able to achieve this, and our customers now picking up items with higher value or ticket size compared to the last few quarters.
No, the year has been a little mixed in terms of how volume value has worked. So quarter 4, for example, the maximum traction has come out of value, which is price increase and not volume. Whereas for the entire year, when you look at about 6 to 7% like-to-like growth, again, majority is driven by value, but there has been a 1%, 1.5% of volume growth as well. But current continuation that we are seeing in summer, which is April, May, we are seeing almost equal contribution by both value and volume, which is very, very good, number one. Number two, what we are also seeing is margin growth that we have been able to get, either on account of better negotiation or better throughput is one. Second part has been all renovations that we completed in the last year have started impacting growth much better and they are giving us a better margin as well. And third, the way we had said earlier is we were targeting a 8% EBITDA in the financial year 16-17. You are seeing clear ramp up towards that. This year we should be another 50 to 80 basis point up over what we performed last year, and then we should be another 80 to 100 basis point up in the next financial year. So we are clearly able to see turnaround of new stores, turnaround of stores in which we have done renovation, and yes, definitely better margin throughput based on what we have been able to negotiate.
Let's talk a bit about Hypercity. We have seen a significant improvement across all parameters this quarter. Could you throw some more color on how Hypercity has done?
No, so I think Hypercity, we had said that our target was to hit company EBITDA positive last year. We just missed it. But if you look at the overall number for the year, our EBITDA number dropped by almost 50 crore for the last 12-month period. And we are tracking towards a EBIT positive this financial year. That's the target for us. And we believe we are, through the mix of fashion, that we have been able to grow to more than 15% in the last year. We are targeting to take it to 19% plus over the next 24-month period. So that will start contributing. On the other hand, productivity in each store has been going up. So while you are seeing like-to-like growth of 6 to 7%, the sales per square feet growth has been more than 19%. Aided by the reduction in size of each store and its footplate. And third definitely is good control on costs. So these three combined, we believe that we can head towards a EBIT positive this year and towards a profitability, PAT positive in the next financial year. So I think we are very much on track and we believe we could be the first hypermarket in the country to actually break even.
Okay, so while this quarter might be slow, tell us what are the retail expansion plans for FY16? How many stores are you targeting to open this fiscal?
In Shoppers department store, we are targeting to open about 6 stores in this year. In Hyper, we are targeting about 3 stores. And across all of the specialty formats, the target is to open between 6 to 8 stores.
Okay, and finally, as always, could you leave us with the guidance and headline numbers for FY16? How do you see this year panning out?
So as I mentioned, overall target in the department store is to hit a 7 to 8% like-to-like growth, and in Hypercity to hit EBIT positive. Those are the two big numbers that we are chasing for the next financial year.
All right, Mr. Shrikhande, we'll leave it at that for now. Thanks very much for speaking with us. And